Good day, members. I trust we are all well and ready for this upcoming week. Welcome back to another video. On this video, I will be analyzing the upcoming markets and analyzing the charts, looking for setups for this coming week. As we have a big week, I have this other big project, unfamiliar project that I'm actually doing this week. This week we have news. We have AUD interest rates decision news on Tuesday at 5:30 South African time. We have, or I think it's 6:30 if I'm not mistaken. I'll double check on it. On Wednesday we have NZD interest rates decision at 4 a.m. South African time, and also Friday we have the most monstrous news, NFP news at the United States at 2:30 South African time. So let's get into this. Currently, I'm looking at the USDJPY. Looking at the USDJPY on the 4-hour time frame. So this week is a new week. We have March. Currently the time is 15 minutes past 5 South African time, the 3rd of April, Monday. So we're on a new month. Let me look on the monthly chart. Sorry about that. Okay, the month of April, as you can see, we have a bullish candle opened right there. So with just that, I might say that, as well as the analysis that I'm looking at technically, as well as the information I got on the online, on the internet, and also by following up on the USD, I learned that the dollar is heavily bought by institutional traders. So this week is bullish. Currently it's a bullish week. We're just looking to break and test this zone. Maybe we'll sell from there, but I'm looking for us to even break. So let's jump to the daily. On the daily chart, we had a downtrend. Price came in with a downtrend. Let me zoom it out a bit. If you can see, we had a downtrend since Jan, and then price impulsed, still maintaining the downtrend because the high was here. It failed to break out of this high and currently pulled back to test the previous low. As I said that price last week on the last week analysis video, weekly video, I said that price will come and test this zone, could even possibly go down and pull back from there. If it breaks out of this zone, then we're going down, but it failed to break out of this low. So instead it moved up and now it's on the second phase. So we're looking for price to break out of this resistance, and we're looking to target that zone and at 136.976. So let me go to the 4-hour. I hope guys you can see the charts the way I'm seeing it. On the 4-hour time frame, I can say this was a head, this was a first shoulder, this was a second shoulder. So most traders last week, they bought from here, they took buying positions from here, and their stop loss was somewhere around there. See, they moved up. Currently first take profit is there, so they already hit TP. So some institutional traders possibly took their positions there and are currently holding, awaiting a break out of this zone. I hope it makes sense. So a break out of this zone will result in an impulse, a pullback, and an impulse continuation to the trend with the uptrend targeting 13.939. So this is what I'm anticipating on the USDJPY, guys, for this upcoming week NFP. So we could close the week off above 136, or I might be wrong and price just decides to drop like a rock and break this low and continue taking sell direction from there. But on my standpoint, this is what I have, considering that the USD is heavily bought by institutional investors or institutional traders. Taking a look at the EURUSD on the 4-hour time frame, let me quickly jump to the weekly and see what is happening. Okay, on the weekly we see that the moving average is above price, so price is anticipated to go down. So this week candlestick is bearish, so hopefully that will last longer. The daily candlestick this day is bearish, hopefully it will also last longer for the whole week or for this day, but Mondays usually don't trade. So on the 4 hour, back on the 4 hour, we had a resistance zone here. We had a first touch, a second touch. Price created a double top. Sellers already came in with sells, stop loss above there. So they're currently holding. In between here, in between the supply zone and the demand zone, the resistance zone and the support zone, we do not take any orders. So this is a daily horizontal line. So price broke out of the daily horizontal line, confirming to us even more that it's confirming a downtrend or a sell signal. Maybe not a long term but a short term. But for now we don't do anything. Scalpers, we don't do anything. So we just wait for price. Maybe if you're a scalper, you can just take sells here, stop loss above there, and look to take this price low. But with the risk to reward, this is a small move compared to a move that comes from here to here, you understand, or a move that you could have got from here taking profit there. So from here to here, it's not worth it. Price could easily go back there and continue the downtrend. But sellers who came in there, if price continues going back there and dropping there, they'll still be able to hold. So it's not worth it. But currently I'm looking for price to drop, continue dropping, and then to break this low. Instead of creating a second bottom going up, I'm looking for it to break this low, since the US dollar is also looking bullish. And also the news on the euro, the institutional investors are heavily buying the euro, so it's a bit tricky. So but I'm looking at it on a technical standpoint as well as on the fundamental news. But currently the technical, I'm anticipating a drop, impulse to the downside, pull back to test the previous breakout on the off the neckline, and then we continue with the downtrend. Testing to target will be at 1.05316. So this week I anticipate that we could close below 1.05316. This is what I'm anticipating on the Euro USD for this coming week. Hopefully we have a monstrous NFP with bigger volatility. Let's continue taking a look at the GBPUSD, the pound USD, pound dollar. Okay, pound dollar has been on some, let me do this. Okay, pound dollar has been on a crazy move. Pound dollar has been positive for quite some weeks, 2 or something weeks, but the past week it was positive. Okay, so currently looking at the pound dollar, we have a resistance here, which is a supply. We have a demand zone, which is a support. So price gave us a pin bar candlestick. This is a candlestick confirmation that price is shifting from the uptrend to the downtrend. So price didn't look, this is a resistance zone. Price came in, impulse to the upside. This was supposed to be a pullback. From here then we take buys and continue the uptrend, but it failed, meaning sellers came in hot. There are more sellers coming in the market, so price broke out of the demand zone. I agree it was a resistance. It was a resistance, guys. So it turned into a demand zone after price broke out of it. So now it's back to being a supply zone, a resistance zone. So price is failing to break this zone. It came into the sell territory. Now we're having a sell signal. If you see at this trend line, the uptrend, price is back on the negative territory, and it broke this low, meaning as well as this candlestick is a daily horizontal line, meaning for this day is broken. We're looking, it's on the sell territory. It's confirming that from here sellers came in, they stopped, their stop losses above there. So currently we could see price dropping to this zone. Maybe from here they would buyers could come in and impulse this move to the upside, since the moving average is below price will, meaning price will go up. But with my understanding, I think that I anticipate that price will move from here, drop to the downside, break this demand zone, because we must break. I'm not so curious or fearful that we shouldn't break after I close from here. If I sold, I should close positions low. I'm looking to like hold and leave this market to like trail down. So currently I'm looking for a price to drop and break this demand zone, pull back to test the previous zone, and then from here we continue. This could be our first target, 1.20109. That's what I'm anticipating on the dollar, on the pound USD, pound dollar for this coming week. Interesting. Now we have AUDUSD. So on the AUDUSD, the previous week, the previous event, let's see. The previous event, the NZAUD interest rates decision, I was trading it live. I think I bought from here. Price failed to take my direction, but eventually it moved this long movement to the downside. I didn't use the hedging strategy, which is the modification strategy for those who understand fundamental trading, the way I trade most of the time, because I don't often trade technical. I mostly trade fundamental news. Hence why you see my videos that I lost this much, I made this much. You understand what I'm saying? So I traded AUD interest rates decision. This move was super bold. It moved a heavy 1000 something points. So I'm looking for something like this coming week. I'm looking for something like that this coming week. So if you can take a quick look at the AUDUSD. Also, the AUDUSD, since the dollar is bullish and has a USD in between, meaning pair correlation. I once said I was going to talk about pair correlation. I've been busy with some things personally. I've been busy with some things personally. I cannot disclose them for now. So AUDUSD, I couldn't upload a video on pair correlation, but as soon as I get time, I will do that. So AUD has a USD in between and USDJPY. When USDJPY buys or is on a bullish move, AUDUSD is on a bearish move, considering its pair correlation. Unless if it was USD AUD, meaning they would both buy, but that's not the case. So looking at the AUD, with the resistance failing to be broken up above, the price is resisting and sellers came in here. So sellers came in there, they took their sells, stop losses just above there. Price has been on their side, and currently I'm looking for price to continue dropping with an impulse or breaking out of this zone at 66328. Impulse, pull back to that breakout, and then continue with the downtrend. You understand what I'm saying? We could have our first take profit at somewhere at 0.65634, because now we had an impulse from that zone. The previous time we had a pullback and impulse, but price has been failing to take out the zone. So one test is not enough. We had another test, is not enough. So the buyers tried to come in and pull this market to the upside, but eventually it failed because it's failing to break this high. But also changed. The sellers came in, took sells, and now we continue to see this market going down. But on a good setup would mean that you wait for this market to drop. When it breaks, you wait and then wait for the price will impulse. You will take your orders after a pullback. That's when you take your sells. That will be a smart move. This is what I'm anticipating on the AUDUSD for this coming week. Taking a look at the NZDUSD, this one is also interesting for me since it is on my radar, as I'll be trading this. I'll be having this big, unfamiliar, massive, exclusive trading project. Yep, that's what I call it. So we had a resistance here. Looking at the NZDUSD on the 4-hour time frame, we had a resistance zone here, a supply zone. Price failed to break out of this zone. It just keeps pulling back to this zone. So we had price came in there, dropped. Every time price comes to this resistance, it dropped. Every time it comes to this resistance, it drops. Also, as well as the previous week, it dropped from there. So sellers came in there, stop loss just above there, and then they sold. Currently, the market is moving to their direction. So I'm looking for price to continue selling. You understand? But only when we get this breakout here, that's when we could wait for the impulse, then take sales upon the pullback. We'll take short positions upon the pullback. So this is exactly what NZD and AUD, what I experience is that they move nearly similar. You understand? Nearly similar. If you can see this impulsive movement that happened on the AUD interest rates, it later came in technically on NZDUSD as well. So they moving similar, and from there buyers came in and it went back up, but it's still price